Walk through the Itra neighborhood in Lahore and you see a standard residential community. These streets are defined by a quiet, predictable rhythm. That predictability ended when police discovered the bodies of 3 children inside a home here. They were between the ages of 5 and 9, and they had been killed with a sharp-edged weapon. The violence of the act exists in direct opposition to the setting. In a residential block like this, the home is the one place where the outside world is supposed to stop. When an event this extreme occurs, the search for an explanation usually begins at the front door, looking for someone who could have forced their way in from the street. Initial reports from investigators provided a clear starting point. According to police, both parents were away from the house when the murders took place. Within hours, police detained the children's uncle. In the absence of other immediate leads, he became the primary focus of the investigation. This theory offered a specific, contained origin for the violence. It suggested a family dispute that had escalated into a targeted attack. Placing the blame on a relative who lived outside the immediate household allowed the investigation to follow a familiar pattern of external threats. Detectives soon moved past these initial assumptions. As forensic teams began to cross-reference the evidence, the early timeline of the afternoon started to shift. This graphic compares the medical examiner's estimated time of death against the verified movements of the family members. The data showed the uncle was miles away from the Itra home during the window when the children were killed. With the uncle's alibi verified, the list of people with access to the house narrowed to those who never left. Forensic analysis of the crime scene showed no signs of forced entry. The physical evidence pointed toward a perpetrator who was already inside the home when the violence began. In investigations like this, the most obvious public theory can serve as a distraction from the evidence found within the house itself. The investigation reached a turning point when police conducted a final round of interviews with the immediate family. The police concluded that the 3 children were murdered by their own mother, an update that brought a chilling finality to the case, replacing the early rumors with a documented confession. The person the children relied on for protection was the person the evidence identified as the predator. Cases of maternal filicide are rare, and they present a specific kind of psychological challenge for a community to process. This type of crime is seen as a violation of a basic biological bond. It contradicts the role of a parent as the primary guardian of a child's life. While the police have closed the case and moved the file toward the courts, the Ikra neighborhood is left with a trauma that cannot be resolved by a simple arrest. The legal process will follow its course, but the case remains a reminder that the perceived safety of a home can be compromised by the very person expected to maintain it.